Is winning by submission in the 3rd round. Nothing you can say. Robert Whittaker, long time coming, one of the goats of the sport. But Rainer de Ritter has some pretty good wins, and I honestly think it's a time for the new guard. We got a Dutch boy in here. He's about to come in, and he's about to show us how he can drag all over the mat. Okay? RDR prospect, W contender, may even be a champion one day. Am I saying that too soon? RDR? I don't think so. Robert Whittaker's a great guy. Anyways, Isaac, why do you disagree with me? Never mind, actually. We're gonna bait this at the end of the video. Make sure to stay to the end and click like and subscribe. Sorry. Anyways, so we got Martin Boudet versus the character you haven't unlocked yet. Okay, so what do you have here? Who do you think's winning? Just quick. We're gonna speed run through these prelims.
A lot of information, and I'm gonna go with Martin Boudet.
Yeah, for lack of information, for sure, Boudet. Mohamed Yaha versus Steven Nguyen. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I'm not trying to make fun of the name.
Nguyen or something.
Like
there's definitely like a silent character. There's definitely like a silent character there or something.
Nguyen.
I think it's like Win.
Nguyen.
I think it's Lucky Win.
When?
Maybe that means he's gonna win.
Oh yeah, that's true. He could win because of his name being Wen. Anyways, real quick, who do you have picked there? I have him 1st round knockout. Yaha is a feeder. Yaha is a feeder. That's how I feel. Billy versus Ebo. What do you have?
I don't know either of them.
Ebo 1st round knockout. Light heavyweight. I think it's gonna be a fast fight. I don't think either of them are very interesting. I couldn't honestly tell you even their names before this fight. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Just 2 casuals here sitting in a basement. Amanda Ribas versus Tabitha Ritchie. Isaac said that Ritchie is hot. He said this off camera.
I think she's gonna win. I actually do think that she is better though too.
Better looking for sure. No offense to Ribas, but I do think Ribas has kind of failed in all of her other big competition. I think that ultimately it's kind of a feeder. It's women's fighting, so I have it decision going Ritchie's way. Oh, I didn't even say. I said knockout. Okay, anyways. Blackshear versus Davy Grant. I have it as a submission for Blackshear in the 2nd.
For Blackshear?
That's not what I said!
That is crazy.
For Blackshear. I have it for Blackshear. 2nd round submission against Davy Grant. Davy Grant's current level of competition, the guys he's been going against are not high level whatsoever. Blackshear is a submission artist. He's proven he's a submission artist. He's got coming off of 3 wins, one of them being decision, the other 2 being submission. Clearly, he's got some holes in his stand-up game. 18-second KO is kind of insane. That's like Masvidal level KOs, but ultimately, I think submission is where it's going to be. Batista is not a bad loss, especially what he did to Patchy Mix. So, what do you got the same? Yeah, Blackshear.
He works fast once he gets that neck.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. Muslim versus Carlos. What do you have there?
I got Carlos Leal. He was aura farming in his last fight.
Hey,
I got him by aura.
Got him by aura. Okay.
He was literally walking towards his opponent last fight like, I'm going to get you.
Got him by aura is crazy. I think that Carlos Leal gets it done in the 1st round on the feet.
Yeah, definitely by knockout. I think he's just going to walk him down. He's not going to be scared of what's coming back his way, and he's going to look for that one shot.
I mean, ultimately, he's got 2 fights in the UFC, 1 by TKO, 1 by decision. It just kind of makes sense for Leal to win this one. Muslim has quite a few more fights in the UFC, a little bit more experience, but he's losing to people that are literally prospects. I guess Jing Liang is kind of a contender. He was. I don't think he is anymore, is he? I know he was ranked at one point, right? Lowly ranked, but ranked. Was Li Jingliang ranked?
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
He's the one that Khamzat just absolutely bodied. Like, he literally was sitting there talking to Dana White while he was bodying Li Jingliang.
Oh, no, I think he was just underranked at that time, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think he was like...
He was close to ranked, yeah. He was very close to ranked. But anyways, he's losing against people that he probably shouldn't be losing against. Winning against guys that are kind of feeder guys. I just don't see him doing it against Carlos Leal. Carlos Leal is a big prospect coming up, possibly in the future contenders list. We're high on Carlos Leal right now. I personally am. You are as well, or no?
I think that he'll ever be like a top 5 or anything, but I definitely think he could be a top 10.
Top 10, 15, yeah.
Yeah, So
That's how I feel. Saeed versus Bryce Mitchell. I'm going with Bryce Mitchell, just based off of his political beliefs. That's a
yeah, I
joke.
got Bryce Mitchell
That's a
by
joke. That's a
decision.
joke. I also have him by decision. I don't think that Bryce Mitchell is going to really put out very many people. I mean, he can put people out. He's proven that in the past, but I think it's a little bit higher level. Obviously, Silva's going to beat him. Um, Obviously, you can't sleep on a Nurmagomedov, so I could see it going the other way, possibly. But he's losing against like Oliveira, big prospect. We're high on Oliveira. Last fight was a actual boring fight, in my opinion, but we are high on Oliveira.
But it was definitely
It was a,
lacking technique.
yeah. But anyways, I think that Saeed gets just loses via points against Bryce Mitchell. Now, I actually should rethink that possibly because it's the UAE and this is a Russian Muslim.
Oh, shoot.
I might actually have to
Is it in
rethink that.
Saudi?
It's not. No, it's in the UAE. It's in the Yas Islands. Yes.
Dude, they literally Bryce Mitchell could win every round clearly, and they might actually still give it to Saeed.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it being in the UAE. That we all know that the judges are actually fully sipping the Kool-Aid when it comes to Russian fighters in any Middle Eastern country.
I still got Bryce Mitchell versus via decision though.
I'm
I got
hoping.
it
I'm hoping.
30-27.
Prepare for a robbery.
Maybe 29-28.
Prepare for a robbery is all I'm gonna say. Let's look at Nikita. Nikita versus Bogdan. This is actually a prelim fight, but UFC has him wrong. I really don't understand. There's only 4 fights on the main card, but instead UFC has like 50 and fights that are not even on the main card anymore. Mosvar versus Aaron Pico is not on there. Anyways, for this fight, I have Bogdan getting it done in the first round. Who do you have?
I got Krylov by decision.
Do you really? Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think he's actually pretty good.
The way I see it, he's on a 2 knockout spree, and
Well, what's that last fight?
Nikita is on a loss, submission, decision. So I don't know. I guess this one's kind of more of a pick'em. It is
But he
a light
lost
heavyweight
Reyes.
fight.
Reyes is good.
Reyes is good. Reyes is good, to be fair. Who did Guskov lose against? What did we just look at? Dude, I'm also, if the energy is feeling weird, it's because it is 1:36 a.m. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm actually surprised I said that out loud without like falling asleep while saying it. But anyways, yeah, his loss is against Zdemir. I actually might change my pick. Should I change to Nikita?
I think he's pretty good.
If he
He's just
wins, it's got to be decision though for me.
I mean, he could win by the submission too, though.
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible. I think for me, it's decision though.
Yeah, I think it'll be decision.
Yeah, I personally think it's decision. I could see a submission. I don't see a knockout. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see a knockout happening. If it does happen, this is gonna age so poorly, like fine milk. Asu versus Ramazan. For me, I picked Asu by decision. If you look at his past wins, they are normally by decision. 1 by submission, but the other 3 by decision. I do see him getting it done against Ramazan. Who did you have picked here?
Sue. But he did look pretty bad against Cop.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, but
Cop is really good, though.
I think Cop's good. So I don't know. Personally, I'm gonna have it as a decision going for Asu. I think that he gets it done. I think that he points his way through. To be fair, I guess these are both stand countries, so there's not going to be really a point difference thing there. Shara versus Marc Andre. I'm high on Shara. I like Shara. Ever since I saw that amazing knockout that he hit, I can't pick against him personally. Even if he's going to lose, I still think that he's a fun fighter, and I'd like to see more of it. He's also got the Michael Bisping eye going on, so like I kind of mess with it.
I just don't think he's that high, like he'll ever be high level, but I do think he'll win this fight by knockout in the first.
I agree. Knockout in the first is a very fair take.
But he could definitely. This is definitely losable for him because he's shown that he's not that great. Honestly,
he's shown that he's not that great.
I mean, yeah, he was losing before he fought MVP. He was losing that fight when the knockout you're talking about. He was losing.
I mean, I get what you're saying, yeah, but it was just such a cool knockout, dude.
Like, he shouldn't have been losing that fight, but he was.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. There's round 2. So, yeah, down 2 rounds. I don't know. I like Shara. I like watching him, and I like his style. He's low-key styling on the competition. Jan versus Marcus McGee. Obviously, Peter Jan is in my top 10 of the GOAT list. I follow Lucas Tracy's GOAT list. And Peter Jan's obviously the best to ever do it in bantamweight. No, but actually, I just like the Soviet style in general. I think that Peter Jan's style is really hard to combat unless you have just a really solid grappler. I see him coming in, landing some good hooks, dropping him, finishing this fight in probably the third round. Third round seems fair to me. What do you think? Decision. Okay, I mean, that's
Peter
fair.
Yan.
I always like to bet on finishes rather than decisions for the most part. Obviously, I did bet occasionally on non-decisions, but
I mean, like Peter Yan's not really like a knockout guy.
he's not necessarily a knockout guy, but I'd still love to see a knockout, and so I bet a knockout because I like to see a knockout,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he did knock out Aldo. He realistically knocked out Sterling,
in
even if it was a DQ.
2020,
He knocked out Faber in his rise. He knocked out Silva de Andrade.
he hasn't knocked anybody out
Yeah,
in
since
five
since
years.
2020, since Aldo. But also, to be fair, let's look at this real fast. We have back. And then we have a robbery. And then we have Dvalishvili, which is just an insane grappler again. We have him winning against Yadong and then going against Figgy, which these are all good fighters. These are good fighters. He hasn't, since 2020, he's been fighting super high level comp.
It's true, but I also don't think that Marcus McGee is bad.
You don't think?
I think he's good.
I don't think Marcus McGee's bad, but I just see a third round knockout. I'd love to see a third round knockout. He's 13th ranked. He's definitely not a bum. He's got a couple of good wins under his belt. Not against necessarily any huge names, but decent names to begin with. KO decision. I mean, if I could see him landing something and just messing up Peter's equilibrium.
I don't see him knocking out Peter Yan, though, that's for sure.
No. Peter Yan, I think, has a good enough chin for
He might,
bantamweight. To be
he
fair,
might,
bantamweight does not have a ton of knockouts as well. So I
yeah,
guess I
but
could take away my knockout estimation, but ultimately, I just like Peter Yan, and I'd love to see him get it done. If he gets it done in style, he might get a rematch against Merab, and I'd love to see another rematch. And these are both two fighters that I really like. So, sorry, you can. I've been talking over you for real.
you cut out, so I didn't even hear what you said.
I said I've been kissing you all day.
Who do you think would have won between Mosvar, Mavsar, and Aaron Pico?
Well, we're just gonna have to wait until that fight is moved to 319, and we'll show our predictions. They'll have to keep waiting our amazing subscriber count of 10 people.
Yeah, I just think Peter Yan will win by decision. I think it'll just outbox him. I don't think Marcus McGee's gonna get. I don't see a domination happening. I don't see Marcus McGee. I just see him being like a 70-30 fight. Like not like super domination, but Peter Yan is clearly in control of the fight and he just outboxes him. All right, Robert Whitaker versus Rainer D. Ritter.
Nah, I already said my piece. I said my piece. This is your time. Your piece. And a soda.
I got
2-piece.
I got Robert Whitaker via decision. Robert Whitaker's not a knockout guy. Rainer D. Ritter's not really a knockout guy besides Bo Nickel. More of a submission threat. And I do think that Rainer D. Ritter could get a submission late, but I just think Robert Whitaker is going to be smarter. And Rainer D. Ritter hasn't really been tested. So it's hard to say that Rainier D. Ritter is going to win or lose because we haven't seen him against someone high level. So I just think that Robert Whitaker is going to win. He needs this. He hasn't really had any big wins recently at all. So if Robert Whitaker loses this, it's like, all right, let's hang it up.
Yeah, so I do really think that if Robert Whitaker loses this, he's kind of out of title contention forever. I don't know if he was ever in title contention after that giant loss to Izzy. The second one, of course. The first one was a robbery. Lost to Chimaev. That's the top two guys. That's possibly the top three guys that he's lost to in recent years. Lost to DDP. Lost to Chimaev. Lost to Izzy. That's the top three guys right there. He's not going to get a rematch because it's not going to be interesting to go against Izzy. Wouldn't be interesting to go against DDP again because stylistically, I think DDP is the weirdest matchup for everyone. Chimaev is going to just wrestle him again. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes, you know? I mean, Chimaev submission, first round. I mean, there's no reason to ever have a rematch for that one, you know?
Well,
Well, not never.
that was
I shouldn't
that
never
was
say
also
never, but
there was also an injury too, though.
yeah. I mean, I get you, but again, Robert Whitaker, the honestly a very high level middleweight. Nothing can ever take that away from him. He is actually such a great middleweight, but at the same time, I just don't think he's destined to be champ at this point.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he's honestly gonna have like a Michael Johnson performance.
You think he could have a mint Robert Whitaker performance like Michael Johnson did in the last fight?
There's potential for it.
There is. I mean, dude, you never can bet against the Unks. If the last fight card told us that, it had to. If it told us anything, that's what it told us. Those Unks were going crazy. Them nephews were getting rocked. What'd you say? Sorry.
I said, yeah, they were.
They really were, dude. I actually looked up people that were commenting. Well, there goes my parlay. You know who you are. You know who you are. I'm looking at you right now. It wasn't just us. It literally wasn't just us. I watched a pick
Everybody.
tracker for other MMA YouTubers. Everyone got the main card wrong. Everybody. Literally everybody. I was actually better than most other MMA YouTubers. I picked better than MMA Guru even. I was 8 for 14, whereas MMA Guru was 7 for 14. So basically that means that MMA Guru needs to start watching our channel, take some notes. It's free. I would appreciate a super thanks or a super chat, but we do not have monetization yet and we are out of a basement. Please cash at me Brody2WD and make sure to put a note that it's for 2MMA so we can reinvest back into the channel and pay for these pay-per-views.
We ain't paying for the pay-per-view.
No, what do you mean? Yes, we are, of course.
No, we're gonna stream it legally. Legally.
What do you mean? That's how it works. I have ESPN Plus
Yep.
and I buy it.
No, but I have ESPN Plus Plus.
What does that mean?
It's just I just don't get pay-per-views. I just get them all.
What a
Free.
lawbreaker.
No, it's legal because it's just ESPN Plus, but you have to be a super cool guy, and then they offer you super plus.
For a guy named Imperial, you sure do break a lot of laws, huh?
No, it's not a lot because it's legal. It's legal.
That's fucking illegal.
All right.
Excuse my French, but I had to say the quote.
That was Loki the perfect spot to end the video.
Yeah, but now I'm going to wait until you say that's the perfect spot to end the video so you lose aura.